Good morning, friends. I cannot believe we are almost at the end of October already. It seems so surreal. The days already feel so much shorter and colder, and between teaching, fighting off a frustrating ongoing cold, and dealing with some other life things, this month has felt a little intense. So I've been finding little moments when I can to do the simple small rituals that bring me a sense of wellness and moments of peace. Everything from lighting candles in the morning to trying my best to do some meditations and breathing exercises, as well as leaving the house a little earlier for work so that I can walk more in the daylight. Something else that has been bringing me so much joy recently is having my very own jam on my toast in the mornings. The little joys of stocking up your pantry and then being able to enjoy the beautiful flavors in the colder months. There's nothing quite like it. Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you're all doing well today. It is a pretty cold day here today in the south of England, I have to admit. It's really chilly, and I've got my cup of tea and I'll probably be drinking so many more cups of tea today. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but if anyone else is in the UK, let me know what you think, because I feel like in September it was still so warm, and then I feel like as soon as October came, after about the first week of October, it just changed so suddenly and just got so much colder here. But it's also really nice. It feels like, we're coming into that cozy time. Well, we're in the cozy time already, but soon to be going into winter, and it's that transition time, and it's just, I do also love it. It's very I and the mornings are so beautiful right now. But yes, so today it is a Friday, and I have to say that for about a week I've been having this kind of nasally and kind of cold going on, which has not been very pleasant. I thought I got rid of it last week after I last shared the last video with you guys, but it has been on and off, and it's not really quite gone away. And I think the reason for that is also because I've been teaching almost every day, and so talking a lot, and basically not been able to really, I guess, properly give myself the rest that maybe I need. So yes, I've had this kind of sore throat, kind of cold situation going on, and it's not been very pleasant. So today it is a Friday and I have a day off, which I'm so grateful for. So today I want to do a very much a self-care kind of day. I want to make myself lots of medicines and drink them all. And I want to share some of the things with you guys that I honestly do take every autumn, things that I take as soon as I get ill. And some of the things I need to do today are to strain my fire cider, which is kind of the really kind of the main one I need to start taking already to kind of give my immunity a really good boost now. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while, so I really do need to strain that. And then I also have a mint tincture that needs to be strained by now. I think it's been there for a reasonable amount of time, and that one is not really for time of illness. It's really good for any kind of stomach upsets or a sense of calming if you need, when you're feeling a bit anxious perhaps, or again, can help with any kind of feelings perhaps of nausea, or any kind of stomach situations as well, to kind of calm things down. So mint is really lovely for that. I gathered it a while ago and I put it in some vodka, and I made a tincture, and now I just need to strain it. Something that I'm going to make, which is my wonderful elderberry syrup. That is something that I always have, should have made earlier, but something that I always have in my home at this time of year, and it keeps very well in the fridge as well. So I'm going to make that today, so that is today's mission. And yes, it's going to be a little bit of a self-care day for me today, I think, slower kind of day. And tomorrow is Saturday, so I do teach classes on Saturday mornings as well myself. So yeah, I kind of wanted to take today to be a real self-care day, things that I really need to do, get them done, and get those things strained, and take those medicines so that I can actually feel better today. So that's what I'm going to do. Apart from that, I hope you guys are all doing well, and thank you so much for all of your love in my past videos. It is so appreciated. And I really love to hear what you are all up to this autumn, things that you love doing, and any remedies and things that you love making. Please do share if you have any favourites of your own, or things that you like to do, or little rituals that you like to do. So I'm going to get on with the day because there's lots of little things to do, and I'll show you as I go along. I think that there's nothing more satisfying to me than to make my own home remedies, to see all my little creations on the shelf growing away and changing colours, to feel like with every creation I'm also learning something every time and improving at my craft. It's a very special feeling, a feeling of connecting to those who came before me, connecting to the land and the traditions, and embracing the cycles and seasons, and a more simpler way of life that I believe is slowly starting to be remembered. Being a children's teacher, and very often being exposed to colds and sore throats, I have now established a little list of my absolute non-negotiable home remedies that I will make sure to have in the home for the duration of the autumn and winter months. These handy and easy little remedies are also tried and tested, and have been favourites for many herbalists too. My list includes, of course, fire cider, as well as tinctures of elderberry and echinacea, herbal teas with elderflower, peppermint and yarrow for fevers, and also tea with sage, honey and lemon for a sore throat. Apart from that, various infused honeys, for example with ginger, garlic or onion, and, of course, a warming and immune-boosting elderberry syrup with cloves and cinnamon, which is so delicious. And already, with a little apothecary such as this, I'm able to support myself and those I love in the times that they might need it. And you can too. I will leave all the recipes I make in this video in the description for you. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you how I take my fire cider. So it's already here in the bottle. I've made quite a good amount, which I'm quite happy with. And I've got a glass of water here, just a little bit of water. You can definitely take it, you know, as a kind of like a shot straight without any water, if you're very brave, but I am not that brave, unfortunately. So I do take mine with a little bit of water preventatively, you know, as the autumn progresses, just to keep your immune system up. You can take, you know, starting from a tablespoon just to see how it goes, maybe 2 tablespoons, then maybe like a little shot amount. You can take it a couple of days a week, sort of preventatively to help yourself along. But if you are kind of sick, feeling under the weather, then I do like to kind of increase it to kind of a little bit every day to sort of keep my immune system up. So I am going to take this for well, this coming week now. I guess a little bit every single day. So it is fiery, it is spicy, and the other thing is some people do add some honey in theirs. I would add honey, but I kind of really want to use my honey for something else today, for my elderberry syrup instead. So this will be just fine without honey as well. I'm going to brave it and take it. So I'm just going to show you just this kind of amount. A little bit every day, I think, goes a long way. So let's do this together. Here we go. Oh, that is so spicy, but also really invigorating, and you really can tell that you're taking in all this goodness, you know, all the vitamins and minerals from all these wonderful ingredients that are inside. Oranges, lemons, garlic, onion, all these things that somehow feel very strange to put together, but they are also so wonderfully amazing for our immune system. Such a good boost. There we go. I did it with you. Now, hopefully you will not be afraid to also take some yourself. As you saw in my previous video, I will link the video where I made the fire cider, but I have made it a couple of times. Oh, that's so spicy. I can even feel it actually through my, you know, through my nose. It's going to open up all the airways as well. And another really good ingredient, actually, I want to say that I didn't add, which is very good for opening up the airways, is actually horseradish. It's that kind of like spicy almost. It has this sort of like almost, yeah, like wasabi sort of flavor, if you know what I mean. It's got that intensity to it that really opens up all your airways and allows you to breathe. I didn't have any this time round, but it's certainly a very good ingredient also to add if you wish to. So there we go, fire cider is taken. I already feel a little bit more alive, invigorated, and now all things self-care today. I'm going to also make myself some sage, lemon and honey tea right now, because this is one really good thing. This is just mainly for boosting your whole immune system, getting it kind of revving it up a little bit. But sage, honey and lemon tea is actually incredibly good just for the sore throat situation, because sage is anti-inflammatory, it's also antibacterial and antiviral, so it really helps. It really helps with a sore throat situation. It really helps to calm down and reduce kind of that feeling of of the inflamed tissues, of the inflammation that's happening, and kind of soothe everything. And then lemon and honey together, raw honey if you have it especially, such a wonderful combination. So I'm going to make myself some of that tea, and I'll show you how I do it here in a second. It's a very herbal tasting tea. It's not like you know, perhaps the best tasting tea, but it is so good, and it works, guys. It really works for your throat, I have to say. This is one of the things I take almost immediately. I make myself when I feel the sore throat situation coming on, and it works every single time. And also with a sage tea, you can also gargle it, by the way. You can just do a gargle like once a day, maybe twice a day if your situation is really not good. But also just drinking sage tea with lemon and honey, wonderful. So I'm going to do that. And then I guess we'll get onto the elderberry syrup. Lots to do today, but these are kind of things, I do them now on my day off, and I know I will have them to have on hand in case something like this keeps happening. You know, autumn, winter is here, and it is good to be prepared. So I'm going to get going with the sage tea. I'll show you how I make it, and highly recommend it for you guys to try if you end up being in a sore throat, unpleasant situation. Another aspect of wellness for me this month in particular, but also throughout autumn, has been learning to be more kind and understanding with myself. Autumn to me always feels like a time for rediscovery, for the shedding of old layers, and stepping into a fuller version of myself and everything she dreams of doing. This past month or so, it's not been easy with teaching, a lot of commuting, and not feeling like I've been able to dedicate as much time as I dream of having with my craft, and it's made me a little sad at times. However, I also try to remind myself that I'm doing the best I can with the time that I have, and I try to enjoy every moment. It also helps me to remember that actually, learning herbalism is a lifelong endeavor, and that's what makes it so magical. I will always be learning, and there is no rush necessary. Instead, I will let the beautiful aromas of the elderberry syrup fill my home with cloves and cinnamon, the little things that make autumn feel so special. In the spirit of shedding layers, I have also observed that since moving to this little home and this area, which has helped me to feel more inspired a few months ago, it has now also allowed me to see myself more clearly and, I suppose, to feel who I wish to be in this chapter in my life. I think that the clothes we wear have a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves, and they can also represent or bring us back to a certain period of life that we were in. And so this autumn, I deeply felt like I needed to slightly refresh my wardrobe to now better suit both my current lifestyle, that includes more traveling, but also how I wish to feel about myself. So far, this autumn season has held a lot of introspection for me and has felt quite cathartic, rediscovering and coming back to the things that I love, as well as encountering new aspects of myself and new paths ahead that fill me with wonder. Next week, I have decided to take some time off and go to visit my family, who I haven't seen in a little while, so I'm deeply looking forward to a little breath of Welsh air and some cuddles with Scout, and so I guess I will be seeing you all again in November already. And today I really wanted a simple, cozy treat, so I made this very easy chocolate microwave cake, which came out so delicious, and I'll leave the recipe if you'd like to try it. And you could also add a pinch of cinnamon for a beautiful autumnal flavour. Thank you, dear friends, for spending this slow autumn day at home with me. I truly hope that wherever you are, you have a beautiful rest of your October, and I can't wait to see you all again very soon. Take care.